Hey, what's up? This is DJ Thunderous. I'm happy to be here with Andreas and Dennis from the awesome band Ignition. Actually, they're calling us from Germany right now. How's it going, guys?
So everything's fine. Yeah, I'm fine too.
Are you guys well? Everybody's good?
Everything is healthy. You know, we have to stay home like everybody, so what should happen?
Thank you, Corona.
You're drinking Corona?
Not really.
Not now. not at the moment.
All right. Could you give us a history of the band, please?
Oh, okay. Should I start, Andreas?
Yeah, just start.
Okay. Well, I think the first time we came together was 2014 with a bunch of musicians that accompanied us through the years. With a former band, Synesthesia, that was it called. Nobody was able to pronounce it properly, not even us. Okay. As usual, some of the guys leave, some of the guys join the crew, and in the end, we were recording a self-titled EP in 2015. That was when Ignition was released via Roll the Bones Records, as the other releases now as well. During that time, we had 3 members who are still there. That was Christian, our guitar player, and our drummer, Dominic, and me. Okay, yeah, the first shows we played in 2016, mainly here in our area, which is called Ruhrgebiet. It was small club gigs, and as well as smaller festival gigs, like it's called Rage Against Racism Open Air. It takes place in Duisburg, and small. It's I don't know. Is it small? It's maybe.
It was small.
It was small at the moment. Last year we had I think over the 2 days for about 8,000 people. It's okay already.
Wow.
And Dong Open Air, I don't know if anyone knows this, the names. I don't, to call it as Steel Panther did, what's the thing with Dong? Okay.
they played the Dong Open Air last year. We're headlining this festival.
Yeah. All right. I don't know I think we played in 2016 as well, or 2017. I don't really remember. We had much beer there. It was great. In 2017, some of the members left. We had 3 guitar players, and during this time, and reduced to 2 because we thought it's enough. The stages we played was too small, and so we had to reduce 1 guitar player. And I think it does fine now. We had a bass player who was our former singer of Synesthesia called Jochen. He also did the backing vocals, which he did good. But when we were offered a tour in 2018 by a band called Motor Jesus, I don't know if anyone knows it. We were able to play a Germany tour for about 15 or 16 shows, and before the tour, our bass player Jochen said, "Okay, that's too much for me. I'm out."
Oh wow! Okay, there you go.
Yeah. That was really crappy because it was, I think, 4 weeks before the tour, so there we were without a bass player.
Wow.
And a tour to go.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the time when Andreas joined the band.
Yeah, you know, as you mentioned, I have another band called Synforce, and we used to play a gig together with Ignition. And 3 days before the show, all my bandmates from Synforce got sick, so we have to cancel that show.
Oh no!
And yeah, you know, me and my wife, we went there and just see the band because I was a huge fan of the first album, Guided by the Waves. And yeah, we talked after the show a bit, and we met again a couple of weeks later on a second show. And when I was home, I just wrote Dennis over Facebook and said, "Hey man, I forgot to buy a patch from your band. And he said, "Yeah, that's good. We need a bass player for a tour. So how about that?"
So you get a patch, and then he takes you, and you can play for him.
Yeah, it was a win-win situation.
There
I
you
got
go.
a patch my West and a new band playing bass. But it was also like a bit more than a substitute for the tour it was meant to be, because I haven't played Synforce and other projects and never played bass before in a band. So we said, okay, let's try it out, and we had, I think, 4 rehearsals, and then then we went on tour. First gig in Hamburg, sold out show, so it was pretty amazing.
That's
That's how
really
it went out. Yeah.
that's really cool. And now, did you guys drink some beers together while you were there?
No, not on tour.
I think the caravan we traveled with was packed.
It was.
So, who are the current members now of the band?
Yes, as Dennis said, there are 3 members from the first Ignition lineup with Christian, Dennis, and Dominic. Then me on bass since early in 2019, because during the tour we said, "Hey, why don't you stay here?" And I said, "Okay, let's do this." Now we have another guitar player called Sebastian, which is kind of a sad story, because while we were on tour we had always substitutes because we all have to work.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the substitutes was his brother, it's like, I don't know what to say. Twin brother,
Yeah.
who was a substitute on tour, and he unfortunately died last year on the age of 32. So
Wow,
that was very tragical for us.
Yeah.
It's, then at the same time while we were recording the new album, which was finally done, our other guitar player said, "Okay, I have to do something different. I want to leave the band." And we were just having one guitar player, and Dennis just asked the twin brother of a substitute guitarist, and he said, "Hey, yeah, that would be an honor to do this." And so now he's in a band, which is for us, it's awesome that he's playing with us.
that's great.
On the
Now,
one hand,
go ahead.
on the one hand, sad. On the other hand, very amazing, and he really likes it to be in our band. It's like it's not only a brother. It's he's part of the family here.
I'm quite sure. And I saw the video you guys made for him. That was beautiful. That was really nice. Your dedication video. It was like, wow, really touching.
It was the first song we wrote for the record, for Call for the Sirens, first of all, and when I started writing the texts, it's sad, but this was the first one, and because the whole story didn't really fit in the whole album we created afterwards. We did it. We just did this lyric video to honor him. It's was one of our things we had to do.
I'll have to say, everybody needs to check out that video because it's really touching and it's really an awesome song. It really is.
Thank you.
And if you like the song, we put it on our Bandcamp site, so you can download this for free. It's just a memory for, like the title says, it's just a memory for us for this great guy.
Mm-hmm.
We lost, you know.
Yep, and not knowing him, I even teared up. Wow, it's really touching. So, have either of you played in other bands? I know you had mentioned a few, and didn't know, if you guys had any other side projects that you work on.
Okay, who should start?
Either of you.
Okay. What do you want to start?
Okay, I would say my priority is Ignition, of course. But I write so much music. I have Synforce, of course, which is on a break right now. We were writing a new record, and it takes a long time. And when I write songs that doesn't fit into both bands, I had a kind of solo project called Tyrant's Curse, which is only me. It's just for myself and everyone who likes it. But the priority is Ignition. We have this album coming up, and I hope we have a lot of shows coming up, and everything is beside that.
Cool. So, what got you into singing, Dennis? What made you want to be a singer?
Okay. This, I think, the ignition for that was my former band, Blood of God. You can find it on YouTube. It's hard to describe. It was a mixture of thrash metal, and classical heavy metal, and a mix of metalcore vocals and clean heavy metal power vocals. It was quite interesting mix, but as always, due to personal reasons, the band stopped in about, I think it must be 2014 when we started with Ignition. Blood of God was cancelled.
Oh.
But you really should check out the video from Vaticano Demonico on YouTube.
Yeah, that was really good.
Well, we'll have to definitely check that out. And what got you into playing bass, Andreas?
It was not planned, as I said. You know, the guys needed a bass player, and I got the opportunity to fulfill a dream and go on tour. So I said, okay, let's do this tour. And in my other bands, I sing and play guitar. But it was so much fun just playing bass and singing background vocals that, you know, it doesn't depend on which instrument you're playing or if you're a frontman or singing like in my other bands. It's just about having fun doing this heavy metal stuff, you know, and that's what brought me into bass playing at Ignition.
That's cool. So now you've both played in many festivals and with some amazing bands in the past, including Testament, Amorphous, etc. How was that for each of you?
Okay, it's a great honor to share stages with these great bands. I think everyone in our band grew up with these bands, and no one of us ever thought that we could share stages with these bands. We all have the albums and listen to it in our cars going to work, and it's hard to describe. It's great.
You know, we played a festival last year called Iron Hammer Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the bands, when we got confirmed to this festival, Dennis came to me and said, "Hey, when we played in Kassel's show, I got this shirt from this band called Ram. It's a Swedish, Swedish metal band." And I said, "Yeah, why?" "Yeah, we play with them at the Iron Hammer Festival." And I said, "Well, yeah, fuck. Great." So I took all my CDs with me to the festivals and finally met the guys. And the best thing is not only share stages with these bands, but when you meet them personally, and they're really kind persons, and they signed all my CDs. We talked about vinyl stuff and something. So that was really, really cool meeting those guys.
Oh yeah, it was probably fun to hang out with them too. So you do have 4 current releases so far, and I know we're going to discuss your new release, Call of Sirens. How is that different than any other release so far that you've had?
I think we concentrated on our main parts in our music, the classical heavy metal thing. On Guided by the Waves, our last release, there were the things the press didn't like, and that was the modern parts in the music, and mainly some of the growls and screams we did as little gimmicks in this music.
Mm-hmm.
So we did as we were ordered to, and we reduced to our main strengths, playing classical heavy metal with power, and doing this in a rough way, like many of the US bands, like maybe Iced Earth or the great German Blind Guardian, which we are always compared with. So,
yeah, I was going to say that. You just remind me of them.
You know, for me, coming to this band as a fan of the fourth record, when I hear the new record, it was like, okay, when I were not in that band now, I would like to join in now, because I don't know, it's like, yeah, it's more traditional, but it's not it doesn't sound old, you know.
And so, it's new, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we still have this modern touch a bit.
Yeah, you seem to have a lot of fun with it. But we're gonna let everyone check out your track. Actually, here's Warrior of the Night. Crank it up.
Yeah.
What was that long?
right. That was Warrior of the Night. I know I watched the video today. It was released actually today, and it's pretty killer. You did mention how you switch up your voices in that, and it looks like you guys are all having a pretty good time in that video.
We had, but it was also hard work as well.
Yes.
I didn't remember one day in the last year that I had to sweat that much.
Well, it looks like when you were singing, you were really, really focused, and it was like first 1 minute you're singing clean vocals, the next minute you're switching it up. Is that hard for you to do?
Hard to say. I don't think so. It's I think the touring for our band was the best thing we could do because we all focused on our talents, on that what we can do best. And okay, I normally play guitar and write songs, but I think one of the good things I can do is singing, and so my singing got better during the tour, and it's all that I've learned on tour. I tried to ban on the record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't. It's good. It's getting better every day.
Now, Andreas, with you being in the band and things, is it difficult for you to play, bass with 3 other guitarists in the band, or is it okay?
No, it's not. It's not difficult for me. I just like it. When we play live, I also do the backing vocals, and when Dennis said that he does what he can do best, for me it's quite hard to sing the stuff he did on the record live. I got a high-pitched voice in Synthos, but what he does on the record is sometimes I said, "Oh fuck, really is really that high?"
He's quite lying. I think he's lying.
No, I don't.
How do you get it that high? Do you have to just focus on it, or you just go with it?
I think it's just like the direction of the songs. You have these classical heavy metal, and we have this lot of choirs in this, so you have this voices over voices over voices, and in live we try to do it nearly like on the record. So yeah, but it works out. It's good.
Yeah.
And where did the video take place? It looked like it was in a fun place.
It was in a small discotheque in Essen, and we were very happy to have this location because we wanted to capture the video in another place, which was close to I think 4 weeks before we could start the video. As Videodreh.
No, we would before we have to start the video shot.
And there we got this location over a friend. He said, "Hey, I've got a friend of mine. Where's the disco? Why don't you do it there?" So I said, "Okay, let's check it out." And then we got there and captured the video. It was great.
Well, at least
the good thing was that this discotheque wasn't opened yet. They plan to open it when Corona comes. It's a shitty time for them.
Yeah,
but for us, it was just right before we have this first shutdown ideas coming up. So we have 2 days in a discotheque they're building this discotheque around us, doing stuff there for the opening and something like that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, maybe they can open up at a later date, and you guys can go in and disco.
We will try. I think the music, it's more like for dance music and techno. So we will see.
Yeah. The club's called RPM Clubbing Lounge and Bar.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to go there, have a try.
Full metal place.
Yeah, metal.
Indeed.
Have a few drinks first. You'll be good. You'll do okay.
Okay. Might be the best idea. But hey, nice guys who run this location.
That's cool. Maybe we'll get to Germany someday and you can take us disco dancing.
We have to have a couple of beer first.
Okay. And nice shoes. We have to buy nice shoes first.
I'm going to need a lot of beer.
Or we won't get in.
Now, if you have those flaring pants, you'll be all set. Those pants that flare at the bottom? Yeah. Bell bottoms. There you go. All right. Where did you get the name for your new album, which is Call of Sirens? How did that come about?
Okay, I think it was the graphic we bought first, and we had to do a Viking story. That was our first idea. We had because many of the guys in front of the stage really liked the Viking thing we had on our first album, and so we thought, why shouldn't we do it another time? Because it worked well, and I really like it. So we had this graphic from our designer from the first album, and so on the graphic you can see 3 maybe ghosts or something like that on a river, and that really fitted to in the whole story thing I had in mind. So we called it Call of the Sirens because of this dark atmosphere and the part of the story I had in mind.
That's very cool. At least you're keeping in the same theme, you know? Then people look forward for that, what's going to be new.
Yeah, it's on this record, it's the second part of the record, songs 6, 7, 8, and 10. It's a part 2 of the Viking story. It continues the story from the first album, beginning with Raise Your Horns. We will hear later, where all the Vikings sitting in a bar just drinking and saying, okay, what we want to do next, and we have to go on the next war.
The next raid is waiting.
Yeah,
There you go.
And you know, then it had always the storyline in his mind. And Call of the Sirens is the title track. I think it was one of the first tracks you showed us, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so everything in the end, everything fits together.
That's cool.
It's a whole text concept. The second part of the album. On the first album, we had 4 songs which maybe had content which fits together, and this is really a whole concept story on the second album, which I think it's good.
That's
you
good.
can.
I think all of you should hear it and learn something about history.
There you go. All right.
Well,
We're going to learn something about history right now, so let's crank it up. Here's Cobra Kai.
Strike hard, at your school. Everyone loves at you. You beat them down to reach the top. Now that'll come to you, though it just feels untrue. Well, part-time heroes what you are. Yes, that's what you wanted. Strike first, strike hard. Strike first, strike hard. Strike first, strike hard. No mercy of the Cobra. Strike first, strike hard. Don't no mercy. Your battle's won. Strike first, strike hard. This is the way of the Cobra. Strike first, strike hard. Show no mercy when the sun has gone. Strike first, strike hard. This is the way of the Cobra. Strike first, strike hard. Don't stop fighting till the battle's won.
All right, that was Cobra Kai. Can you tell us about that track, please?
Okay, this would be my part. I'll make it short. I really love the TV series. I like this Karate Kid stuff in the 80s, and they really did a really awesome good job doing this series in TV, and I really it really catched me. So yeah, so I wrote this song.
There you go. Now, what would you look like on stage playing that? I don't think you played it live yet, but what do you think you guys would look like on stage playing that?
I think I will wear a Cobra Kai shirt.
Yeah. Actually, you got one in the video. And
Yeah.
I've been in the US last year, and when we've been in a shopping mall in Sacramento, and there was this shirt shop, and I look at the wall and I saw this Cobra Kai shirt, and I said, no way, I have to buy this shirt for Dennis. So yeah, she have to wear the Cobra Kai shirt, and we stand behind him just looking sweaty, you know.
Well, if you'd like, I can look online and see if I can buy some for you guys, and I'll send them to you, and you guys can, wear them on stage for us.
That would be great.
But we're a metal band, so Cobra Kai is just the right dojo, not this small other guy learning karate by washing cars and painting fences and all this shitty stuff.
No one likes Miyagi. No one.
Just make sure when you're on stage, the stage isn't small, because you have a big band. You don't want a Cobra Kai off the stage.
That's what we do.
That's what you do. So, how are you guys practicing right now? Is that happening, or do you guys, work together on other projects right now with things going on?
Actually, it don't happen.
No.
It's like the same, like doing this interview with you now. You're texting or phone by phone, just thinking about, okay, what have we left doing for the next record? What we have to do for the release now, like releasing the video today and writing emails and something like that. So fortunately we have this release coming up, so we have something to do, but we have to cancel a lot of shows now. Even the release show, which would be in 2 weeks, we had to cancel that show. And we take every opportunity we get. We're writing new material. We have new songs. We on hard disk when we have to look for the next album and like this. So but rehearsal room, see the rehearsal room for a long time.
Well, hopefully things get back to normal.
Yeah, we hope so, because we're hot. We want to play live.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We use the time for making our things that we like the internet page. We have a new homepage and a new store. We made designs for shirts. All these things you don't have time to when you're practicing.
That's true. And I did look at your site, and your merchandise is really cool. I like the baby
Thank you.
outfits.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You have to train them for really, really, really first. You know, otherwise I don't know, just listen to hip hop or techno or something. Or
Schlager. German Schlager. Rap music.
All right. Well, we're going to check up another song off of your new release, Call of Sirens. Here's Raise Your Horn. Crank it up.
When our duty ends, some brothers meet again. We dream of foreign lands, how we conquer women's hands. We set the night on fire, we drink until the dawn. With beer and wine, we sing and dance and cross the line. We're fighting off before the kill, to demonstrate the greatest thrill. A woman's love will wait at home. When we will win, we'll drive our throne. With aided hands, we sing of thunder. We worship Odin's force. The battle's fought, a call of thunder. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. We kill for gold, for glory and vengeance. We steal your women's hearts. Hard on gold until the end. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. Another night is gone, another one will come. We live our life without regrets until the end. The gods watch over us, in their will we can trust. So we can take a drink because our lives are predestined. We're fighting us before the kill, to demonstrate the greatest thrill. A woman's love will wait at home. When we will win, we'll drive our throne. With aided hands, we sing of thunder. We worship Odin's force. The battle's fought, a call of thunder. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. We kill for gold, for glory and vengeance. We steal your women's hearts. Hard on gold until the end. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. Hey, hey, this is a call to raise your horn. Hey, hey, sing with us till our curtain falls. We sing of thunder. We worship Odin's force. The battle's fought, a call of thunder. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. With aided hands, we sing of thunder. We worship Odin's force. The battle's fought, a call of thunder. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart. We kill for gold, for glory and vengeance. We steal your women's hearts. Hard on gold until the end. Fight when your Vikings raise your heart.
Okay, well, that song just says it in itself. I understand it's Raise Your Horns, and I'm sure you guys are raising your horns right now while you're talking to us.
Yes, cheerio.
Cheers.
Well, Dennis, you said you were drinking wheat beer. What's the name of your wheat beer that you're drinking in your horn?
Actually, I'm drinking Jever. The wheat beer is empty already, so I switched onto Pils. Yeah? I don't know what it's called in English. It's Pils beer.
Pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the northern German part.
Yeah.
That's-
Near to the coast.
Well, I know you guys have a lot of good beer in Germany. What's your favorite beer to drink, Andreas?
When I have to choose between Jever and
Don't say Bitburger, please. Don't say
No.
Bitburger.
Yeah, we always have this fight about what good beer is and what's not good beer. It's because the area where I am from,
No.
we are called Kölsch.
Oh,
And,
sure. That's no beer.
When you listen
Yes.
to Dennis, it's not beer, you know. But my favorite beer, possibly it's Jever.
That's good. You're still in the band, Andreas. You're still in the band.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, we were talking about your merchandise and things like that. Where can I know where I can buy your merchandise, but could you let everyone else know where to purchase your merchandise or to contact you at this time? You know, maybe you guys want to chat about something or learn something about the band. Where could everyone reach you?
As Dennis said, we have this new homepage where was pretty new. We got the store there. You can just purchase merchandise. If you can just visit the store, and when you get in contact with us, just go on Facebook. It's Ignition Metal Music. The page. Just text us, write us, ask question, whatever you like. So that's maybe the fastest way to get in contact with us.
Awesome. And I have one more question actually to ask you. I normally ask, some of the bands this and some bands not this, but one of our listeners, a very good listener of ours, Vicky Grande, she always likes us to ask this question, and she would like to know if you take showers or if you prefer a bathtub.
I prefer a bathtub.
I prefer showers, but why just yes? That's it.
We always ask.
Maybe she want to join us.
Maybe. Hey, Vicky, if you're tuned in, let us know, and we can give you the right contact information.
All right, Vicky joined.
Dennis is the one with the bathtub.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the shower.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for interviewing with us today. And, you can check back with us anytime, and anyone can, come to Metal Devastation Radio and request Ignition and check out Call of Sirens. And could you do a shout out for us, please, for the station?
Yes.
Shall we try first?
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Okay. I try first.
Yeah.
So hi, this is Andreas from Ignition. You're turned into Thunderhead show on Metal Devastation Radio. Sorry, I can't read my own script.
Where metal reigns supreme. Okay.
Another shot. Right, just a minute. Just another shot.
Have a sip.
I'm Andreas from Ignition. You're tuned into Thunderhead Show on MetalDevastationRadio.com, where metal reigns supreme.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Dennis of Ignition. You tuned in into Thunderhead shit. Once more, please.
What is Thunderhead?
Okay,
shit?
hi, I'm.
Raise your horns, come on.
Raise your horn. Okay, once more. Hi, I'm Dennis from Ignition. You tuned in into the shit. Okay,
the
once
Thunder
more.
Shit Show?
Not the shit show, it's a good show. It's a Thunderhead show.
It's the Thunder Shit Show.
The Thunder Shit Show. Okay.
You know what, Dennis? It would be so awesome just to work with pros for one time.
I hope my reading gets
I'm
better
playing
in 2 days.
This is going to be the
And Dennis,
number one blooper.
Dennis, can you growl at the end too, please?
Yeah!
What?
Come on.
Okay, hi, I'm Dennis from Ignition. You tuned in to the Thunderhead show on MetalDevastationRadio.com, where metal reigns supreme.
Growl.
That was hard.
Sorry, that was more like a gay cat.
Meow.
Hey, that was my best shot, man.
Me, yeah, kitty. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
This is going to be one of the best bloopers that I've ever had.
No, you don't have to say this one.
Oh, yeah, we play it.
No.
That's too much text.